I am at Oliver Ben. I'm a really nice guy. And I'm going to give it to the next person.
I am Danny Sunday at I am Danny Sunday, and we're hanging with this girl.
Hi guys, it's Donna, and you can follow me on Twitter at DLLGoso. And we have another special guest.
Hey, I'm Zach, also known as Zacharat, SS_Zacharat on Twitter.
Great. Let's get into this show. I'm going to break up the rotation real quick just to ask, Zach, what are you currently watching on, Netflix?
Well, I got to move where the camera's not getting so much light from the mirror behind me, apparently. Well, currently I'm watching, pretty much what everybody's watching. I'm watching Arrow, The Flash, AJ Carter, Gotham, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Blackish, Sirens. I mean, a little bit of everything. Everything from nerdy stuff to, real world stuff. So yeah,
Cool.
I mean, a little bit of everything.
Great.
Awesome.
Yes. Danny, as you look at your queue, what's been in it forever? Why aren't you watching whatever's been in there?
It's a silly reason now, because I thought we were gonna watch it together, and that was Twin Peaks. No, seriously,
I'm sorry.
I wanted someone to watch it, so that what's like starting and now, and we'll like, I don't know, live tweet an episode of Twin Peaks started from the beginning. But that's a dumb reason to want to watch it. I don't know why, but I need to like set aside time to watch it. I know it's a good show, but it feels like a daunting task. Like once I start it, I'm like, all right, I'm not getting off this coaster now. I'm in Twin Peaks City. I'm here for the pie, because I think pie is like a big thing in Twin Peaks. So I'm wondering what is like doing that for the burning a hole in your queue and any of your various sundry streaming stuff for Donna.
For me, you know what? It would have to be fresh off. I don't know. At first I was like, oh, let me take a look at, let me take a watch, but it's fresh off the boat has been. I don't know. I think it's only like one episode, but I didn't even bother to watch it. So that's what's there.
Is there a reason why you're not watching it?
Time management, man. Like working, and then like I don't know. I just work a lot, so it takes a while for me to actually catch up on some shows. Well, okay, with an exception of The Flash and the Arrow. Like those I've been like on top of.
That's appointment viewing.
Whoa, what was that? That was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah, I was picking up on stuff and I was like, what?
I think someone in the background decided to start morphine. Like it was morphine time for them, and that's what you hear when it happens.
But yeah, I think that's the only one that I have in queue that I did not watch at all yet. I mean, granted, I think it's only like what, one episode.
I think it just started. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But
Fresh Off the Boat actually has 4 episodes up now.
oh really?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just looked on it earlier.
It is literally burning a hole in your queue. It's 4 episodes in, and you haven't even watched it yet.
I know.
You gotta hurry before it gets taken off of like once it hits like 5 episodes, the first episode is an endangered species. What about that?
You're lucky. Yeah, they definitely stick around that 5-episode limit.
But that's what I have. What about you, Zach?
Well, with my queue that I haven't really watched much lately is I haven't watched Samurai Champloo. I want to. I've watched it 1,000,001 times. I just haven't watched it again lately, and it's been set in my queue. That and Ghost in a Shell.
Which
I haven't watched that in forever either. It's Standalone Complex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to love that show.
Oh, I love Standalone Complex, but they started a new one called The Rise, and that is I gotta track it down because I know it's going on, and as soon as it's gonna be finished and over and done with. It's a new, I guess a new spin on it.
Well, they have 3 new movies too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are they all called Arise?
No, one is Ghost in the Shell, Ghost Pain, then there's Ghost Whisper, and then Ghost Tears.
Oh, that's a lot of ghosts.
Yes.
A lot of souls and machines.
Well, I don't have any ghosts in my queue, but the Vampire Diaries sits there and sits there and sits there, and I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it because when I see it, I want to watch Buffy, then I want to watch Angel, then I come back and I don't want to watch Vampire Diaries. So it's been sitting there mocking me.
Every time I try to watch Buffy, I feel like I'm being transported into the 90s, and I go, nah, man, I can't. It's been a weird. The 90s were a weird time for Danny. So much.
How so?
Well, at first it makes me think about like kid stuff, and then once it gets like to the later episodes where you start hearing songs from the 90s, I start going, oh man, high school was weird. High school was very weird for Danny.
uh, let's get into segment 3. Movies you recommend, Danny.
Oh, yeah. So I had this whole Donnie Yen kick. I don't know if I brought that up. I did bring it up last week. And
Mhm.
so I found like a bunch of his stuff on Netflix, but then I saw something that someone had actually told me about before, and I'm gonna bring it up real quick so I can read the synopsis. But it's called I think it's called The Man with No Name, or I'm gonna find it right now. But while I look for it, I'm gonna pass it along to Donna, and then when I find it, I'll break in there. But yeah,
So,
Donna,
mhm.
go ahead.
What segment is this one? Ooh.
What do you
Segment
recommend right now?
As far as movies or TV or both?
All of it.
All of it. Um, TV. Oh, you know what? I actually started watching The Mindy Project. That was actually surprisingly funny. I didn't. I like. You know what? Same as Ollie. I remember you saying that you weren't really feeling her in The Office.
No.
I didn't either, but you know what? I was like, let me take a risk and put it on. And I put it on just for kind of like background noise while I'm like doing other things. But I ended up just sitting on the couch and paying more attention to it, and I was like, wow, this is funny. So that would be like my recommended for TV, and then for movie. Shoot, I know I talked about Edge of Tomorrow, but I don't know if I watched any new movies as of lately on Netflix or Hulu. So I'm gonna have to pass this on to Zach.
Well, when it comes to TV, I mean, I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but honestly, Terry Crews just makes that show hilarious because he's not the main character, but he is a main character, and just every time he's in a scene, it's it's just hysterical. Now, when it comes to movies, honestly, I'm going to go with an older movie, Ip Man. Ip Man, if you have not seen that,
Yes.
is Ip Man is an amazing movie. They actually have 3 now. They have Ip Man 2, and then they have one, I cannot remember what the third one is called to save my life right now. But if you don't know what it is, it's about Ip Man is the man that actually trained Bruce Lee in Wing Chun, and it is an amazing, amazing series.
Zach, you still there?
Yeah, Zach is
Yeah.
here. I found what I was looking for before I let Ollie take it away and let me know what he wants to recommend. But the movie's actually called The Man from Nowhere, and it is really stylish. It is really well done. It has a super handsome as f Asian star. I'm not sure where exactly is the origin, but the stars Bing Wan, Se-ron Kim, and Tae Hoon Kim. I'm probably butchering all those names. But Tae Sik is a widow with a mysterious past. When a young girl he befriends is kidnapped by a vicious gang, Tae Sik rushes to save her. It is like a very super stylized, very like action and adrenaline, very pretty looking, but still very gritty, kind of like Taken. but like way more athletic and more martial arts driven. It is really a sight to see. If you're like not into subtitles, that might be an issue, but it's just really dope. I liked every friggin' second of it. It just looks good. I hear that the main actor that's in the movie is like a an idol, and that's a thing. And so I guess he's like super pretty, and he cuts his hair to look more masculine in the movie. Like that's a scene that takes place in the movie. It's dope. I liked it a lot. For TV shows that I'm into, I just started watching Sirens because I started watching it randomly on an episode, and I started getting into it, and I like it a lot. And I'm like, it's weird because it seems like a show I would hate, but I like it.
It is a good show. I like it.
What's it about, guys?
Oh, Sirens? At first, I thought it was just about like a team of 3 paramedics, but I think it's actually it's Sirens. Well, the main 3 is they're there, and then like they have like a police group, and then they have like the rest of the EMS group. It's basically their ongoings and daily goings on in like urban Chicago, and they kind of have like a relaxed take on everything. It's pretty hilarious. I think it's silly. Zach, you probably have a better synopsis than I just blurted out there.
Man, honestly, I'd actually seen it by accident one time on TV, and it was like halfway through the first season. And honestly, it's about an entire company of paramedics, but there are 3, like he was saying, 3 primary characters, and then there are 2 or 3 cops that really get involved with the show. Now, they did just come back on for Season 2, or after the mid-season break of Season 2 just a few weeks ago, but unfortunately, if you don't have satellite, Hulu won't let you watch it right off the bat.
Did you watch it by accident because it was on during Raw and you didn't change the channel? It was on after Raw and you didn't change the channel?
No, actually, I was just kind of surfing through, and I saw Raw was ending, and I was like, oh well. And then I walked away and I left the TV on. I didn't change it only because I wasn't in the room. And then I heard him say something kind of goofy. I was like, what is that? So I walked back in there, like, this kind of looks like a ripoff of, there was a show a few years ago that it was based in San Francisco, that it was actually a remake of, Emergency from the 80s.
Oh, okay. Well, that's how I started watching it. It was because Raw was on. It finished, and I kind of just sat there for a second, did something else, and I came back, and it was on, and then I just continued. I just sat back on the couch going, this isn't bad. It's not good, but it ain't bad. And then I watched another episode right after it because they did that, and I was like, man, here I am. Now I'm watching Sirens.
It's like, now I got another show I'm stuck on. Yay.
I don't have to leave the couch, or I don't have to find a battery that fell out of the remote. Ollie,
it's like, oh, battery dies during Raw. Oh well, Sirens is on next.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely 30 or an hour more of procrastination. The thing I want to recommend is Heroes. The first Heroes, because it was pretty good up until the 3rd season. So just watch the 1st and 2nd season. Act like the 3rd season doesn't exist, unless you want to watch Heroes that's coming back on. I will tell you that Skylar will not be there. The actor, I forgot his name. He was also on
Zachary
Gilmore
Quinto.
Girls. Is that his name?
Zachary Quinto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was also on Gilmore Girls. He said that it did a lot for his career and he learned a lot, but he doesn't want to do it again. He doesn't want to be pigeon-toed. Claire will not be there either. She has a lot of stuff she's doing right now, but also I heard she was a bitch to work with on the set. So don't know if it's true or not. Hayden Peretti, Hayden something?
Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
Okay, then the show's over. Forget it. We can't listen.
Hey, don't fret.
Well, she does have Nashville right now, so I mean, I think it might be a little difficult to run both shows.
Yeah.
Oh, but still, it's Heroes, and it was the best thing on TV for a while, except for the 3rd season. But Zachary Quinto is like, I don't know, it's weird because I'll just outright say it. I think the guy is effing awesome at acting, and he's not bad to look at. This is going to come off extremely homosexual, and I don't really care. That guy is super handsome, and they need to put him back on TV. And I saw The only thing that I saw him in besides that on TV was a show called
The
American
Slap.
Horror Story. Wait,
He's on a new one called The Slap.
The Slap? I saw a
Yes.
commercial about that. What is that about?
Okay, guys, get ready. It's basically these parents that have like a barbecue and they have their little children running about. And I guess one of the parents' kids did something. So he was like, "Oh, don't do that." And then like I guess the kid was being very cheeky and snappy back at him. So like he was like, "Oh, okay, you want to do that, right?" So he slaps the kid. And then it's not even his kid. So then the parents are like, "Oh my God, like how could you do that to our child?" So it became this big debacle. And I really don't know how it's gonna end because I think it's either on tonight or tomorrow night. I don't know. That's
Oh,
basically
man.
the slap.
I saw these over dramatic commercials. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I saw these over dramatic commercials for it. So when I heard The Slap and it showed this ensemble cast, and I was like, "What is this? It can't be about a slap." Even though the thing's called The Slap, and now that Donna just revealed that it is about a slap and it's an epic mini series, I need to get in on this shit.
I'm telling you right now, if we were somewhere and one of you guys had to slap my kid, slap my kid.
Just
I mean,
not the
my kid
not the-
probably deserves.
I would say go ahead and hit him, just not his face. My son is beautiful. He's like a beautiful angel little cherub child. So his face is probably gonna make money somehow. So I don't know, give him a jab in the ribs or something. I don't know.
Oh no.
Hey, there's always the Gibbs back of the head.
Oh no, don't hit the back. Just say here. Let me see your hand, and that'll be that. Or a tushy slap is okay. A little, and that's good. That might make him like into that later, but then we're not even thinking about it. A little bit of that.
Just give him an attaboy.
Attaboy, there we go.
Back to the heroes thing. I know, Danny, you're fretting because Skylar's not going to be there and Claire's not going to be there, but Glasses Brim Guy's going to be there, and somebody's going to blow off their dusty sword. Hero said that he might be back there.
Oh, kids, he's good. He's a moral compass of the show.
So the new heroes, with the S, will be back on the air. I don't know when, but watch the old heroes and just kind of act like the third season didn't happen. I'm pretty sure they're going to act like the third season didn't happen because it got weird. Really weird.
It did get very weird. The whole like weird carnival nonsense, and you know what's bad about the bad thing about that season was it had a bunch of amazing actors in it. Oh, this is my beautiful cherub child right here.
Oh.
That's
Later.
too much shot there.
Huh? He just did a
Too much
run.
shot.
I think that might have redeemed me from like saying go ahead and hit my kid. What was I talking about?
You're brought in by the beauty, the siren beauty of your son.
Aw, and I think is he coming to do another run-in? Oh, he just drew a bunch of he drew the WWE Divas. I don't know if you want to get that in the shot, Tyler. Go for it. There's your 15 minutes of not fame. Oh. He drew all the WWE Divas.
He's got names?
Yeah, he knows all their names.
That's Christy Hemme and that's Stacy Keitler.
Oh, he said that's Christy Hemme and Stacy Keibler. See, he played a video game called Day of Reckoning, so he thinks that those are still relevant divas. Don't judge him. Anyways, Zach. Oh, those are really good actors. The guy who played the main villain in that one's an amazing actor. The one with a really cool Irish accent or Scottish accent. Look. Anyways, he had a good act. He had a cool accent. The cool power. It was just a bad season. Just I don't know. Even the second season where they messed up a little bit and they had to chop up the plot because like the writer's strike. Even that was actually pretty good. It did turn out pretty good. If you didn't know what was going on and you were just watching on Netflix, you wouldn't notice that. It was pretty good. The way they had to rush the ending, it wasn't that bad. Compared to the third season's weirdness, I'll take the rushed ending.
And then the horrible cliffhanger they had at the end of the third season?
It made you think that something was going to happen next, and here we are still waiting for it. And but
It's
we'll
like,
get it. I
where's
guess we'll
season
get
4? What the hell?
Mm.
And now
Yeah.
season 4 won't have my man crush Monday as Zachary Quinto.
Yeah, that's
Or
a good
man, crush,
segue.
or man crush any day.
Uh-oh, watch out.
That's a good segue into our next part of this segment. Things that you wouldn't recommend. Things you wouldn't want your worst enemy to watch. Let me jump on this, Danny Sunday. Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler. Do not watch that. And I'm sorry if any of y'all like that movie. It was horrible. On my first deployment, I remember watching it, and I remember watching it recently because I wanted to see if it kept the prestige of the ugliness, and it did. I'm not watching it. I will not watch it.
I don't know,
Anything, Danny Sunday?
that movie kind of has like, I don't know, a special place in my little geeky heart of, I don't know, I guess because I get the things that are happening to those characters. Adam Sandler has some sort of a mental disorder. Obviously, he's got rage addiction. He's got rageahol. I get that. I understand that. He's also an introvert with a bunch of other things. Like that is a psychoanalytic dream. That movie is like, it's just a bunch of different layers of nonsense. I mean, I get it. I like it. Ollie hated it, and I think everyone hated it. That's why I try not to recommend it to people. But it's like, whenever I think somebody gets me, I go and pull up to me like, hey, you think you'll like this? No. And they say, oh, I did like it. I'm like, all right, we're friends again. But Ollie gets a pass for not liking it.
Oh my god. What would you recommend, Danny? Or not recommend?
What would
No.
I not recommend? Man, huh. I haven't seen anything I hated. Oh wait, no, I did say that. I did say that wasn't that good. Expelled. It was this movie I saw called Expelled, and I would recommend it only to watch a shit movie. It is just dumb. It is like bad. It's about like this teenager who does a prank and tries anything to get away from it. I thought it was supposed to be a comedy, but then it's like everything is played up kind of serious. So maybe it's just one of those dumb indie movies where it takes itself a little too seriously. I don't know. Expelled. I think it was like it was put on a drummer from Coed and Cambria did a Twitter review about it, and he did say it was pretty awful. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I think it sounded like he was saying it was awful in a good way, but no, I think he was meant it was awful in a bad way. Twitter is not a good place for context because you have to read sarcasm. One. I'm gonna pass along to Donna. I do something really quickly. I'll be right back.
Okay, so a movie that I would not recommend would have to be I, Frankenstein. I don't think it's, you know what? I'm picking up like some weird sounds, so I'm just
Some
like,
buzz feedback?
yeah.
I'm hearing it too.
Yes, I didn't want to talk through that. But yeah, I put it on because I saw it on Netflix. I was actually before it came on Netflix, I was actually thinking of maybe renting it, but thank God it went on Netflix. But so I'm like, okay, so let me put it on. And you ever put on like a movie where you're like, oh yeah, I'm so hyped for this, but then when you
And then
put
it
it on,
sucks.
yes, I put it on and my mind just went off somewhere. It just like, okay, body, I'm just gonna leave you now while you watch this. Did not know what was happening. I came back and I'm like, wait, what? Why are they fighting angels? What's going on? That's a movie I would not recommend because like right off the bat, it didn't catch my attention. And plot wise, I felt it was lacking. I don't know. Have you guys actually attempted to watch it or not at all?
I have seen
What was
it,
the
and
title?
I didn't care for it at all.
Exactly. Same here. I ended up like going on my phone looking at stuff and then like ever so often going back to it, but then just my attention was
You
just not
actually
there.
totally movie jacked me. That was the movie I was going to use.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Wait, what movie was this?
I, Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, I did say how shitty that looked one time. I forgot who I was talking to about how shitty it looked. It might have been Ollie.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
wait, is it? It's with I forgot. Is it Viggo Mortensen?
No. This one is with
Is he the Frankenstein in the movie?
I think it's Aaron. It's Two-Face.
Aaron Eckhart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Eckhart?
Mhm.
Is it Aaron Eckhart? Okay. Yeah, I did say that. Like he looked like he was dressed like he just walked out of H&M but he has an ugly face. That's not a bad thing. I'm wearing only H&M right now. But I'm not fighting crime or a mythical angel fighting demon slayer. So there you go. That's that's a bad take for a movie right there when you realize that you could probably play the character and you're not the guy who's doing those things.
you got anything, Zach, that you wouldn't recommend? She took it from you.
Yeah, I actually found another one while she was talking. The Hunters. I think it was actually a History Channel movie that I watched it only because Stephen Amell's brother, Robbie Amell, was the main character. And I was like, all right, I got to check this out. I mean, he's too fresh in his career. I hope he doesn't have anything bad. And I started it, and right off the bat, it's just horrible. Now, I'm one of those, whenever I watch a horrible movie, I'm going to finish that horrible movie. But I would never watch it again. I won't recommend it. I mean, it was the lamest movie I have ever seen. They tried to bring mythology into it, and it had nothing to do with, like, real mythology. It was bad. It was really bad.
Man, so yeah, I'm not gonna watch The Hunters based upon Zach's recommendation. And you said when you start something shitty, you finish it. So the food that I offered you might have been shitty, and you finished it anyway.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of like the essence of this show. Is like because sometimes you wanna see something, and instead of like having to sit down and take up your time to look for something and then it's bad, and no one wants to go through that experience. So I guess we're like the whole idea is we go through that experience for you so that we don't have to. We are basically your Jesus dying on our weird YouTube
Crappy movie cross.
yes, whatever your streaming media cross. Paying for your awful taste sins.
So
Guys,
sin eaters.
I suffered through The Hunters just so you didn't have to.
There you go. Very noble of you, Zach. Very noble of you, Donna, for watching I, Frankenstein and realizing it was utter garbage. And Ollie, I am sorry that you did not like Punch Drunk Love. And even a little bit. But the director has made other good things. Maybe you gotta check the rest of his movies out. Paul Thomas Anderson? Alright, because he's really good.
Sweet. Let's get into the next segment. Chick Flick recommends. This is a new segment, people. Chick flicks that you would recommend. And I want to start this, Danny, because I want to start this. When I think chick flick that I'll recommend, I want to recommend The Rebound. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Wait.
That's right.
Yep, okay. We gave her that moment of silence. I don't really need to say more, but I will. Some dumb fuck cheats on her. I wouldn't cheat on Catherine Zeta-Jones. At her kid's party, this happens in the movie, and she falls for her babysitter. It's wonderful. It's the standard fresh out of bad relationship into a good relationship. Horrible fight, didn't make up.
Did you like this movie?
Yeah, you didn't like it.
No, I mean, I guess I never saw it. I guess I gotta watch it. But I will agree, Catherine Zeta-Jones is a beautiful lady. I think I actually had a crush on her at one point. She's like, I think she's Greek or something.
I think I still do.
Huh?
I think I still have a crush on her.
Yeah, there's no reason why you shouldn't. She's still pretty.
But yeah, it's your standard, run-of-the-mill relationship movie, with exception to big fat Greek wedding, which it's not your standard, but it's good. But Catherine Zeta-Jones, The Rebound.
There we
Danny?
go. Man, you know what? I guess I misunderstood what a chick flick was. I thought it was like movies about relationships. But so I picked Horns. It's with Daniel Radcliffe. Not only is Ig Parrish accused of murdering his girlfriend, he sprouted a set of horns, in his horror fantasy starring Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah, so it's kind of, I mean, if you look at the little Netflix thingamabobber here, it has. This isn't working. Who cares? It has like this really cute like Spider-Man kiss moment going on where he's like here going, look, I got horns under my horn, and then she's like kind of hovering. It is weird. It is bizarre. I don't know how it is, but I loved it. It was odd. It is not a chick flick from what I'm understanding. It is considered horror fantasy. So I botched that one. I'm giving it to Donna, and maybe I'll try better at this whole chick flick thing.
Feel bad. That's what you wanted to be, Daddy. Come back, man. Don't leave.
I think I probably, you know what? I don't know. For me, a chick flick, I would have to say Charlie's Angels, the Full Throttle. I was all about that. I was like, oh hey, there were like some kick out. No, Zach, no. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't.
No.
No.
Don't change it. That was. I think we're starting the broadest definition of what a chick flick is.
Now you know what? You could have liked it. I didn't care for it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I
like Charlie's Angels.
That was the first thing that I when I looked up on my Netflix, I was like, oh yeah, okay, Charlie's Angels. Let me go talk about that. It was fun. It was, goofy, comedic. It wasn't too serious, and it was just three chicks having fun and kicking ass.
Okay, before I throw it up to Zach, I want to ask Ollie a question. So, in your opinion, because we need to outline what we call a chick flick, is it a rom-com or a romance? Is it like something like The English Patient or something with like some sort of thing like that sort of air we're getting into? Or is it what me and Don are thinking, where it's like if there's a love interest in it and it's like mostly about like love, like because sometimes I think the number 23 can kind of no, it can't. What am I doing?
I think it's whatever we want it to be. I think it has to have a love interest. There's got to be love in it.
It is something that we could bring a significant other to watch, whoever that might be, and it's like a date night movie you're trying to say. Or sort of, I don't know. Okay, Zach, do you have a chick flick?
Yeah, I actually do, and it's actually one I somewhat liked because I went and saw with a girl. If you haven't seen it, it's actually The Host that came out in 2013. Now, it is 2 hours and 5 minutes, so it is a little rough sometimes to watch. Now, because it does have some really low points. There's really not anybody in it that was, that really tripped my trigger to really make me want to go watch it. I really went and watched it because she wanted to go watch it.
I heard
I liked it.
I heard that this movie has not a love triangle, but a love square, which is, I thought, impossible.
It is a love square. Well, it's a love square, but, I mean, it's kind of a rhombus because one person in the triangle, or one person in the square is the same person because, the entity inside the chick and the chick are both in love with two different guys.
This movie came out during the whole Twilight sort of like teen fantasy supernatural nonsense trilogy bullcrap. Host was gonna be like a trilogy, I think, but that didn't take flight. Yeah,
it got killed by everything else that had been coming out about that time. I mean, the end of the Twilight trilogy came out right around that time, I think, and just kind of killed it.
Well, actually, okay, don't hate me, guys, but I'm a big Twilight fan. I know.
No hate here.
Okay, but The Host is actually written by the same person that did Twilight, Stephanie Meyer.
Oh, that makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do kind of seem similar.
Yeah.
This is like a writer who goes to that well and then runs that shit dry.
Yeah. Yeah, sadly to admit, yes, that's true though.
No, I think the see it or skip it is a judgment-free zone, like whatever you like, right, Dolly?
This is a judgment-free zone. There's no judgment going on in here. I mean, even though Even though I am your self-proclaimed savior that saves you from shitty movies, I will not judge you.
Savior from shitty movies. Well,
It's
that's a
true.
cool thing. I like it. I like that a lot. We're gonna I don't know, copyright that shit. But yeah. So like, me, me and Ollie both watched Gilmore Girls, and we're actually pretty happy about that.
I am.
I don't know. I think if Ollie didn't like Gilmore Girls, his wife would be a little upset, though.
Oh.
She
Oh,
would.
wait a minute. So Ollie doesn't unironically like Gilmore Girls on his own volition?
I love Gilmore Girls, and it's just that little extra push I get from my wife to like it more.
Okay, there you go. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
wait a
we were
minute.
all last night watching it.
I was just gonna say, am I the only one who actually? Am I the only straight male that likes Gilmore Girls just because I like it? But now, I mean, I thought me and Ollie had a thing in common. Zach, do you like Gilmore Girls?
Now, see, I watched it when it originally ran.
Oh shit!
I watched it when it was on the C. Well, what was it back then? Was it the CW or was it? No, it was before the CW. It was when it was
just WB.
Yeah, WB.
WB. Yeah. I watched it off and on whenever it first aired. So.
We went into robot mode.
Yeah.
Let's check my connection here. Oh, I had a text message. Sorry.
Let's bring it in, people, to the next segment. Segment 5, kid-friendly movies. We'll explain what's good for most kids, and if we think there might be something that might be adverse to parents, we'll let them know. I want to recommend, and we saw it twice today, Zach, Despicable Me.
Ah, yeah.
I recommend it. Now, I'm wondering, I make this recommend, and now I might have to backtrack because I don't know if it's on anything we're watching right now. I don't know if it's on Netflix. Don't know if it's on. It's definitely not on Crunchyroll. I don't know if it's on Hulu. I don't know if it's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I don't know if it's on, whatever you're watching, people. I don't know if it's on any of that stuff, but it is a great movie. There is a lot of violence on it, people. So if you don't want your kids to see a little bunny rabbit disintegrated, you probably don't want your kids watching that. But if you're cool with that, definitely check out Despicable Me.
Wait, that's like Looney Tunes violence. It's okay. It's good. Wait, but you're saying the first or second Despicable Me?
First one.
Okay, the first one is actually pretty good. I liked the first one a lot. Both of those movies have a special place in my little tiny heart because those are like the first and then like the second one. It was the first time that me and Tyler, my son, got to see a series play out. So we saw the first one together. Then then when the second one came out, I guess the span of that movie was like the span of him. He's like, let's go see the second one. So there you go. But the one I'm choosing is Mr. Peabody and Sherman. It's harmless, kiddie fun. It's based on like the old Rocky and Bullwinkle animated series spin-off. It's good. It's silly. I liked it. It has really cool voice actors. That silly Pixar style charm. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with this movie at all. Soundtrack is kind of lame though, but whatever. It's good. Donna, is there a kid movie? Is there a kid within your kid, the kid that's you, that liked something?
Yes. It's.
That's not a. That was dumb. I'm not trying to say you're pregnant. It's just that I was trying to say that you have a kid. Everyone has that inner kid, but I feel like Donna has her inner kid on the outside as well. It's like your inner outer kid. We just never grew up. Whatever. Donna.
Nice save. Recently, it was. I would have to say it would be Big Hero 6. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was awesome. Basically, it's about a kid and his brother's relationship, and I don't know if I should continue because there's a lot of spoilers. So I don't know. Have any of you guys seen it?
Is that still in theaters?
No, I think it's already out. It might be out for rental, I think.
No, you're right. I think I did see that in like Redbox or something. So that might be something I should pick up and watch with Tyler, like a movie date. You're saying?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I could read like a little synopsis of it. Okay, so basically, It's an action-packed comedy adventure about the special bond that develops between Baymax, which is like a robot, and a little kid named Hiro Hamada. And basically, it actually deals. This is like one of the few movies I think that deals with a kid dealing with like a family's death. It's a little deep in the beginning, I guess, but overall, like his overcoming that tragic event had him bonding with like his close friends and defeating the villain. I thought was really great for a little kid to watch.
I'm gonna take a little exception with the whole kid death in movies,
Whoa, oh, it's
because I think that
wow.
I feel like almost every single one of them, even the one I watched, Peabody and Sherman, orphans are the heroes of the world. Peter Parker's an orphan. Simba's an orphan. Aladdin, I don't even think he was even born. Like, who are his parents? We don't know. If you are an orphan, you are destined for greatness. So big ups to all my orphans out there.
Well, I mean, can I tell a spoiler? Is that
No,
If you
wait,
want
don't.
to.
don't
Wait,
okay?
because now I realize what's happening, and no, because I think I saw like the first 15 minutes of it where the mom was yelling at them. So don't. I now don't say it. I'm gonna go rent it.
Okay, yeah, no, go watch it. It's really good. Yeah, I mean, it's about growing up. I thought it was really great because I mean, every young kid always kind of deals with an awkward moment, in their life. I think this is a good movie for that kind of transaction. But I'm gonna hand it off to Zach.
All right, now I'm gonna go super old school with mine. This is actually made in 1973. It was the original Disney's Robin Hood. All right,
Yes.
I loved this movie as a kid. I actually had my 5 and 7-year-old cousins watch this movie with me at Christmas this last year, and I've never seen them sit down and watch a movie that wasn't like Ninja Turtles, Transformers, or anything like that. This was a super old movie that I watched when I was a kid, and it was old then, and they loved it, absolutely loved it. And I mean, there is kind of an ironic thing. Everybody used to call me Robin Hood as a kid since last name is Hood and all. So it was one of those things that it kind of worked for us. They loved it, and I was cool with it. We
Oh,
sat and watched it the entire way through. It's like an hour and 23 minutes.
No. I think I love that movie. The original animated Disney Robin Hood was dope. Has all these anthropomorphic animals. It is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. I thought that was like low key like one of their classics.
It is. It is an amazing classic movie, though. It's probably still my number one Disney movie.
Oddly enough, my number one Disney movie is Mulan because it has like the dopest Disney song ever, and that's the girl we're fighting for.
Yes.
That is a good song. All these kids just heard it earlier because while I was doing my stuff earlier for this, I was actually listening to Disney music.
Nice.
Disney music is all about musicals, man. I love like they're kind of getting kids into Broadway without even trying to let them know. Because now I'm a big into whatever's on Broadway. I might I really want to go see Wicked if it's still in theaters in Broadway. It's probably not, but I've been reading a book and I think it's dope.
No, it's still on Broadway.
Okay, dope. Then I'm gonna start breaking some penny jars open. I gotta go see that before it gets taken away. Because now I can't even watch Spider-Man Turn After Dark because I think it's going to friggin' Las Vegas. I think I have to make a Vegas trip now to see that.
Vegas.
I know. I'm going to have to go up to Tulsa, Oklahoma to be able to see the Lion King musical because it comes back in a few months, I think.
Nice.
Oh yeah, here I am complaining about Broadway. You guys are in Oklahoma, so I don't what is your Broadway equivalent?
Occasionally, whenever we see the Lion King come to Tulsa, I mean that's because they don't come to the capital of Oklahoma. No, they go to the second biggest city in the state, and that's where you've got to go to watch it.
Oh wow.
That's odd. That's like instead of
It's
going
really
to,
odd.
it's like instead of going to Manhattan or like like they go, oh, let's go to Brooklyn. That's where all the hipsters are. I don't get it.
Um,
Yeah, Ollie, do it.
segment 6. This isn't necessarily skip it or see it, but Danny, do you want to talk about a movie or a show on this? Let me let you front this, and then I'll kind of carry it. Because I don't know if you want to talk about trilogy of movies versus movies or the first 3 episodes of the show. We want to go from there.
I think we should talk about the trilogy because I think we have a pretty smart panel here, and I think you're pretty smart.
You are too nice.
Oh, man,
Stop
don't let
that.
that head of his.
I was gonna ask, is your dreadlocks growing or is it just my compliments and it's like we're gonna turn to
They're growing. I think so.
okay. No, let's do this trilogy thing because I think we have some interesting points with this one and the trilogy you brought up especially because of my interesting points on it.
Okay. We're going to talk the newer Batman trilogy with Christian Bale.
The Nolan verse.
Do what?
You will never see it coming.
And Iron Man, the Iron Man trilogy with, oh man, my mind's gone
Robert
now.
Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
He's
Danny
so
Sunday.
Iron Man to you that you just called him Iron Man. Oh wait,
I really don't think those movies would have done as well without him. Just saying.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I'm not sure who they could have put for that. Now that I think about it, I never. When I was a kid, when I was reading Iron Man, the way they always drew Tony Stark made him kind of look like a very skinny, suave version of my dad. So I always kind of, in my mind, my head canon, Tony Stark.
Man.
Yeah, my head canon was that Tony Stark was Hispanic because I was gonna just take that and run with it. He looks Latino.
Well, he did always look Hispanic. Even in the original cartoon in the 90s, he looked
Iron Man, the 90s cartoon, had like the dopest theme song ever because it sounded like hair metal and it was dope. Oh yeah, so I think there's one more thing in this trilogy. The trilogy also, it wouldn't be like a trilogy talk about if we didn't just throw in one more movie in there, and that's the Matrix trilogy. It's a triple threat match right now. It is the Nolan versus Batman versus Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. and the Matrix trilogy starring the Wachowski siblings. Directed by the Wachowski siblings. We can't call them the Wachowski brothers anymore for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Go ahead, Danny. I'll follow you.
Okay, I'm gonna say, in my opinion, the Matrix trilogy. Maybe it might be contentious, and that's what we want here. We want contentiousness. I think that was the one that actually kept it going the whole way through, regardless of its ridiculous storylines, and added all these weird ass characters and things that didn't really make sense. I could watch that trilogy, and I'll be fine with it. I can't watch the Nolanverse trilogy because the third one ticked me off and made me really upset about how it was like the plot was not well written. There was too many there was too many misses in this thing. We had like a bunch of technical errors that didn't make any sense. It was just a freaking mess. The first two Dark Knight movies, I guess, are okay, but third one, whatever, just ruined Batman for me for a little bit. Iron Man, the second one was lame. So the first one and the third one were pretty rad. The second one was like, whatever, who cares? It has Marv dressed up as a hobo with octopus arms. I know Whiplash is a real character, but the way they made Whiplash to do the darker, grittier Whiplash was a ugly hobo man swinging lips. It was not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna throw it off to Donna. Who are you taking in this triple threat trilogy? Triple threat.
Okay, which one I would recommend or not recommend?
Which one would you recommend? If they're walking into a dark alley, Nolan versus Batman, and then jumps in, and then Iron Man's he's there, and then the Matrix guys they're dialed in, and they're here, and they're in this alleyway, and they're fighting. Who are you picking?
I would put my money on The Matrix. I liked the overall story arc throughout all the three movies. It was very consistent, and it was very original at the time. Like no one has kind of gone in that whole like, is this the real world? Is this the fake world? How do we perceive that? I thought it was great. And they had fresh new characters. Well, it wasn't following any comic book or any show prior to that, so it was very original. Very much like you, I had problems with the third Dark Knight Rises for Batman. There was a lot of inconsistency, and as a film editor, well, I was taking film editing classes, so seeing it in that kind of point of view where all the edits and the cuts didn't make sense. Like one of the examples was when what was it? I think he meets up with Catwoman after he gets out of the hole in, I want to say like Middle East. Was it in the Middle East?
Yes, he was in the Middle East.
Right. So then it cuts him from getting out of the hole and then straight away to being in Gotham, and you're like, this is like in a matter of seconds. Like how the transition didn't make sense for me. So I didn't like that. The edits was really bad. The story was not consistent either. Like they try to throw you off with, oh, Bane was the son of Ra's al Ghul, but we all know his daughter was gonna be in it. I mean, come on. She was like it was kind of like he was like kind of like that red herring. Like, oh yeah, it's Bane. It's like you won't ever expect Talia coming. So that I was just like kind of disappointed. They could have wrote her in a better way. And Iron Man. You know what? Iron Man wasn't bad. I didn't really care for the second film. But the third one I thought was really good. I would have to say the first and third one was a good movie for me. But overall, if I had to pick from all three, I would have to say The Matrix, because the story, the visuals, the way they shot it, the angles was amazing. And they kind of paved the way for a lot of people to do that whole what was that? It's like a it's like not stop motion, but what was that? The bullet time. Yeah, the bullet time effect. So they paved the way for other people to start doing that kind of effect. So
how lame would Max Payne be without bullet time?
Yeah, it would have been bad.
Except for the third Max Payne game, since it wasn't so reliant on bullet time and whatever, it was more about crouching, and it had a good story and whatever. If it wasn't for bullet time, Max Payne would not even have got to Max Payne 3.
Mhm. See,
yeah.
I thought you were talking about Max Payne the movie at first.
No, wait, that didn't happen.
Like that movie doesn't exist. Don't say it does. That never really happened. That's like
I watched the whole damn thing, but it didn't happen. What was that, like a fucking Men in Black thing? I did that to myself. It didn't happen. What are you talking about? Mark Wahlberg did not. What was he? He didn't do that. Oh, silly Donna. Max Payne.
Zach, the trilogy, man, the trilogy showdown, what would you pick?
Man, I know we've had this conversation before, and I have got to say I did not like the third Batman movie at all because, first off, Bane is not white. Bane
He's Latino.
Is supposed to be Hispanic.
Exactly.
He's supposed to wear a wrestler's mask. He is supposed to get pumped up whenever he juices with that venom. I mean, this is not Bane. So that killed it for me right there. Now, with The Matrix, I mean, 99 came around, the first Matrix comes out. I loved it. Absolutely loved the first Matrix. Hated the other two. Absolutely hated the other two. The story I did not like whatsoever, the way they did it. It felt forced to me. Now, I know a lot of people loved it, but I didn't. So honestly, I have to go with, even though the second Iron Man was lacking in both story and action. I mean, the story kind of helped. It was there to tie 1-3, I think. I don't think it was really there for anything else. But I have to say, I loved the Iron Man trilogy, minus the issues with Iron Man 2. Because Iron Man 1, I mean, you start out, I mean, you got Tony Stark in a Humvee with 3 airmen, and then, bam, I mean, the freaking Humvee is wiped out. I mean, that is just an amazing way to start out an Iron Man movie. Now, Iron Man 3, I liked it a lot because, I mean, I do wish that during Iron Man 3, whenever they came in and they brought in the next, they didn't. Whenever Iron Man creates a new set of armor, it's supposed to be a big deal. Now, that's just like in, when I'm gonna bring up the Avengers. When the Mark 8, was brought in the Avengers, it was just kind of a, oh, hey, guess what? New suit of armor. It's the same way with, sorry, the you're up to the Mark 42 in Iron Man 3. I'm like, okay, are you gonna show us, the rest of the suits? I mean, you don't really see them until the very end, and that was something I was like, I gotta see the other suits. Come on.
I think they got it right with the idea that every time he reveals a suit, it's a big deal. Because in the comics, it's a big deal. It's such a big deal that at one point, the Extremis suit had its own series.
Mm-hmm.
So Hulkbuster armor showing up, everyone gets hyped about that. When I saw that in the little Hulkbuster armor happening, I was like, okay, this is
well,
we're
see,
here.
and that wasn't the real Hulkbuster armor. I mean, now I know this is kind of going off on a tangent, but I'm gonna bring up Avengers 2. Avengers 2 is gonna have the Hulkbuster armor. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait for Avengers 2 because of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Here.
Hulkbuster armor, when I saw the trailer and they showed the Hulkbuster armor, I was like, there we go. Now we're talking. And not just that, maybe because I like big, bulky nonsense, but Hulkbuster is kind of my favorite Iron Man armor. But my favorite Iron Man armor isn't Iron Man armor, it's War Machine, because War Machine's the shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
War Machine is badass.
I just hope, my hope, and because we're going off on a horrible tangent, I'm going to stop it right now, is that in the next Avengers movie, that we have the sidekicks in it as well. I want Sam Wilson and I want Jim Rhodes. If they aren't in this movie, I'm gonna say it's because then Marvel Studios does not care about black people.
All right, and spoiler alert: the new Captain America 3.
Yep.
Spider-Man is gonna be in it, even though it's gonna be at the very end probably. He's gonna be in it. Now, Fox. Quit being jackasses and start working with Marvel. Let them use the freaking mutants.
Yes!
I want mutants everywhere!
Mutants!
Dude, Quicksilver is not going to be the same with him not being a mutant. I mean, with the way they've got it set up, he's not a mutant. They can't use the M word in Marvel movies at this time because
makes no
Fox.
sense.
Yeah.
And honestly, the first X-Men movie was okay, but then 2 and 3 kind of sucked. Now, yes, we have had some good, origins. X-Men Origins Wolverine was okay, but then the Wolverine was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, for the action of it, I mean, it still didn't stick with the actual story of the Silver Samurai, but that's never here nor there. I mean.
Wait, so I'm gonna do a quick tally. Then Ollie, I want you to jump in and finish this fight hard. But so far we have 2 Matrixes that are winning this fight, and then Iron Man came in and he got a hit. Ollie, who is winning this triple threat back alley showdown? No holds barred. Go, Ollie.
I'm Iron Man. Iron Man is totally winning this. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe it's a tie now because Iron Man is what I think is good. Zach said everything that I wanted to say, with the exception to Robert Downey Jr. bounced back, went through a terrible, years, a decade of drug use and abuse, and he comes back and we're like, Robert Downey Jr., yeah, it's Iron Man, maybe. No, it's freaking Iron Man. It's freaking Robert Downey freaking Jr. And he took it and he knocked it out of the park. So I'm an Iron Man person in this trilogy battle.
That kind of makes it a tie.
I know.
So
That's why I said.
Oh, man.
All right. I've got a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Guest wins. I said guest wins.
Oh wait, you know what? That's right. You know what? You are the guest. We're gonna do a very much a Beauty and the Beast rules. You're being our guest, so you win. There you go. In a tiebreaker, the guest wins. We are establishing rules on the fly.
We need to ask the
Okay,
people
the
at
guest
home.
created a new rule. Yay!
It's canon now.
It's canon. For the viewers at
Just
home,
don't pull a Marvel or don't pull a Disney and decide to wipe out all of it. You know, kind of like they did with all the canon they had from all the books from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
Wait,
God.
that's too much for people to analyze and to get into. I'm not like a supporter of that, but I kind of understand why. It's just how what?
I'm one of those that I read the books. I mean,
Okay.
that's like with the Halo series of games. I read all of the books. I mean, seriously, if I get into a game or a movie, if there's books, I've read it probably.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Look, I'm a Coheed and Cambria fan, so you know if I'm into something, I'm into it all the way in. Getting all the comics, getting a tattoo of it, reading all their books and nonsense, and deeply sitting by Wikipedia looking at all their, what is this song about? I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the keyword. Nerdy shit all the way. Ollie, save me from drowning in my own nonsense.
you are ridiculous. Let's break it into the See It or Skip It final showdown. Now, I am going to rattle out 2 titles to everybody that's on the show, with the exception of myself. So I'm going to hit Zach, I'm going to hit Danny, I'm going to hit Donna. 2 titles, and whether you've seen it or not, you tell us to see it or skip it. And it's got to be like that, because you've got to capture this is how I feel about it. And give it what you feel about it. Don't care what anybody else feels about it. Don't care if Tyler's going to come in and say, but Daddy, I really love that show. Or if my kids are going to come in and say, Ale, I really love that show. No. Okay. Zach, I'm going to start with you. Blackish. See it or skip
Blackish.
it.
I love Blackish so far. Man, it's just a funny show. All right. God, we were just discussing the actor's name. I cannot think of it now to save my life.
Anthony something, Anderson. Anthony something.
No, I was actually talking about the guy that plays his dad. He was in CSI for a little while. He replaced Grisham. Oh, Jesus, I can't believe I forgot his name.
So is this a see it or skip it, Zach?
Definitely a see it. I love that show. It's awesome.
Okay, Zach, how about The Goldbergs?
Now, The Goldbergs it was definitely rough starting out. I'm going to say a see it just because it is a very funny show, but it is a little rough in the first season. I will tell you that.
Okay. Danny, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Modern Family.
Oh, see it. Definitely see it. I love. I don't know all the characters' names. I suck, except for the gay couple. but there's one guy. He kind of looks like Morrissey, and I think that's the reason why I like the show. The father for the teens in the show. It doesn't matter. Modern Family's dope. Sophia Vergara is beautiful. The only thing my one problem with I would almost say skip it until this happened, but no, see it, because it's Modern Family is awesome. But
Okay.
So Cam and Mitch, let them show affection to each other like a real couple, and then we'll be happy. But besides that, it's to see it.
Okay. How about Bunny and Tiger? And for the people watching at home, this is a list from Hulu. Bunny and Tiger. It's an anime series.
Oh no! See the shit out of that.
I have not seen this, so I'm actually pulling it up now.
It is really good.
Put that in your queue right now, and when you're done watching this, if you watch it, you'll be happy. I'm gonna watch it after this is done because I need to be uplifted. I need a good. It is an anime that's unapologetic about being like, this is mechas. They're mechas fighting. We have stuff happening. Also, they don't take themselves seriously at all. It's an action adventure, cool plot. Everything looks cool. There's like CG for like Tiger and Bunny and stuff. It's Tiger and Bunny makes it sound dumb, but they want you to think that way. Don't go in this thinking Gundam, where it's super serious, dramatic. I need to kill myself because that's what Hero Yui wants to do, but he won't do it because he's a pussy. But he's the hero of the universe. There's no Shinji, there's no hero, there's Tiger and Bunny, and they're hard-boiled, they're badasses, they're silly. It's Lucky and Wild, the arcade game, into an anime. No one's going to get that Lucky and Wild reference. It's okay.
So it's See It. Donna, are you ready?
Yes.
Have you seen Archer, also on Hulu?
Yes, I love it. It's, you know what? It's one of those, I don't know, like I put it on just to put as background noise, but then I started paying attention to it and it's freaking hilarious. I mean, the whole like spy espionage thing that they're going with, it's hilarious. I say definitely see it.
Sweet, See It. Okay, the next one. This is also on Hulu. It's only season 1, but it's on something else right now. The Simpsons.
The
It's on Hulu.
Simpsons?
Yes.
The Simpsons? Oh, hell yes. I mean, I grew up with The Simpsons, so that paved the way for like Family Guy and all these other shows like Family Guy and what was it, American Dad. It paved the way for that kind of comedic cartoon, so definitely go see it. I don't know, it stayed true to what it is, you know. It's a big satire about American families. I love it. So that's a see it for me.
Holy cow, we've got 6 See It's. Has that happened before?
That's never happened before.
Sweet.
Not even a skip?
Nope.
Oh.
Okay, so see everything then. There you go.
And that will end our show. Y'all can do shout-outs and tell people where you're from and push your merchandise, you know, your various merchandise that you're selling and whatnot. I am at Oliver Ben. If you haven't seen me before, or if you like the silly stuff I say, follow me on Twitter. Also, I don't know. I don't know what to say, Danny.
Danny, you should have, I just saw a notation. You guys should have an anime recommendation segment. How did you get that to happen? I want.
Go to the top left. There's actually a little group chat section there.
Really?
I saw it and I'm like, I'm gonna try it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Wait, is it this showcase? No. What am I? What did I just open?
I don't know. It's on the top left. It looks like a little chat box.
Okay.
It's right below the app draw thing. I don't know.
I see it now. I'm seeing a whole bunch of stuff happen here. We should. I love anime. I heart anime too.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Typical me. I'm just gonna run with it so hard. Yay! What did I do? Why did I do that? Did I hit enter?
Yes.
Is it there?
Yes, it's there. Oh.
Sword Art Online. Who said that?
I did. Sword Art Online is amazing.
It is incredible.
You know what you shouldn't watch that copied off of Sword Art Online? And that's Log Horizon.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, don't watch that. Anyways, I am Danny Sunday at Danny Sunday, and I like anime apparently. Yeah, that's all I got. I just all into anime. I just told everyone to watch Tiger and Bunny and Durarara and a bunch of other nonsense. Let's all watch Ghost in the Shell from the beginning and Rurouni Kenshin. I see you doing things. Oh, I just started watching Rurouni Kenshin because if you have a PlayStation 4 or 3 or that's it. Or maybe I guess a Vita. Who has a Vita? Nobody has a Vita.
What's a Vita?
It's a thing. It exists. So anyways, Crackle is like a thing, and I watch Soul Eater.
Yes.
I said what? Soul Eater.
Yes, I love it.
Stop putting things there because I'm gonna read it out loud. Are we supposed to tell people? Anyways, yeah. So
sure, why not?
Every time
Soul Eater Online.
Soul Reader is dope. And I wonder how this plays out when it's like in video form. Is it gonna look like I'm just looking at things and I shout?
Yes.
Whatever. All right, Donna.
Hi, you can follow me on Twitter at DLAlgoso, and I'll be having like a Twitch up soon, so I guess for our next podcast, I'll definitely give you guys my Twitch name on it, and you can watch me play some games. And go ahead.
Yeah,
like I said at the beginning, do what?
I said, oh yeah, Bleach. I guess I'm supposed to shout that out whenever something happens.
Yes. I was just starting to throw stuff up there to see how many you'd shout out.
It worked.
Like I said at the beginning, SS_Zakarot on Twitter. Hopefully I'll get invited back on sometime to do this again. This was definitely a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll have a little better internet connection next time since I'm kind of using my cell. I'm totally using my cell phone right now for my internet connection.
I'm sorry, Zach. I wanted to see if you'd say it.
What's that?
I wanted to see if you would say whatever was put on the screen.
Pizza Cats?
Oh wait, is there a way to Oh, he's back. I think I think Tyler would love Samurai Pizza Cats if that was on TV, but I think the only shows my son likes to watch are like shows that star hot teenage girls on the Disney Channel.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say. I was gonna say there's always Cat Planet Cuties. I mean, if you like stuff like that.
Hey, no sleeping yet. It's not bedtime. Get up.
Exactly, cut you off, man. Where you at? And what are you about?
Man, SS_Zakarot on Twitter. Man, I'm gonna try to stay active. I mean, I did take a hiatus for a while after, actually the last time I actually really used it was shortly after I did your other show, which used to be TNA Turnaround.
But now it's the Paint and Mask, which people should watch because I saw the last one. It was the Paint and Mask. I'm gonna go ahead and be Ollie's Mark again. Because the Paint and Mask, the last one that just came on, was that, I don't know what episode number it is, but it was for NXT. Everyone knows NXT is the shit. After this, I'm actually going to start watching NXT TakeOver Rival. Wait, what is it called? It's called NXT TakeOver Rival EX plus Alpha.
Holy crap.
Jesus!
Dash Turbo. It's not called that. But if you type out, Tyler, stop doing that. he's trying to get in on this. If you want to be on the show, just come over here. Get your ass over here. Come on. Ruby. Is it Ruby? Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Ohm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monty Ohm did pass away recently.
Yeah, R.I.P.
I'm gonna have to ignore that guy over there. That one in the background.
Hey, we've had kids trying to get in on this this whole show. They've come and beat on the door I'm standing next to.
I don't know if he can. You have sneakers on? I'm gonna kick his butt. Go, Tyler. I'm going to F5 him.
Oh my god.
That looks so cool.
Oh no.
Now let's go see Fuden.
The match is over, folks. Nobody's ever kicked out of the F5 before.
Wait, stop! He just no-sold my F5!
Oh my god.
So is this officially the after show?
Alright.
Holy cow, people. We have to cut it. We will catch you next week. Thanks for watching. And thanks for F5ing them. That was hilarious.
Yeah.